boobs publicly. That was actually, this has been pretty, it's been folly to begin with. Like, to think of, my goal was to shine a light, to unite, raise the lighthouse, to unite the various tribes so that we can all rise together and come together and prosper. I really find that's been folly, despite my intentions. Like, privacy is key, and shutting up is the way for me going forward. I'm going to be real. Like, I'm going to be talking a lot less and sharing way, 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 way less.
Silence is golden, brother.
Silence is golden, man. And I've been way too open out here online. That's why I've been deleting vids. I've been way too open out here, man.
Yeah, I was probably intentionally quiet for a long time. And then it got to the point where I was like, all right, I think I've been quiet enough. I
That was
can.
me when I started.
Were you being quiet still even when you started, or you
Oh,
felt
bro.
like you had been quiet?
Yeah.
Long enough,
I
yeah.
haven't had any social media. And I was hearing other people, and I was like, I need to step in and share my voice. And I came in on the YouTube thing. Yeah, I was totally reclusive, like, for decades. You know what I mean? Like, forever, actually.
Yeah. I mean, there's a way to do it. I feel like but like you said, it's all going to depend on what you need to do for you, and if it's not working right now, where you can share everything like you had been, then don't, because people aren't grateful.
Yeah, and I've heard
there's no mass awakening coming.
Yeah, I don't think so. There's not a mass awakening. There's a small awakening, like a powerful awakening, but really small few. And all their shenanigans have actually worked to kind of damper that with the masses. Like, in my imagination world, and I believe this is real, there, if not so parasited, everyone in the realm would be like, this is the golden age. Everyone's like, dude, we're upgrade, we're becoming something. Like, I believe that. And that's the reason why, and they believe that too. Them people believe that too, which is why they implemented the mechanisms that they did. And a few of us got through the cracks somehow, and we're like, oh shoot, I was trying to come on, guys. And you're like, oh well, okay, no one else is coming. It's just a small few. But that's what I think, so, you should definitely support the underground, and they'll support you, and that goes omnidirectional. If you don't support the underground, it will not support you. You cannot be calling. You don't call me for tech support at the 11th hour. Don't call me on what, like.
Well, and Ronin, you got your links in the description of the video, right?
Yeah. What do you mean links? I just have this one.
Like a donate, like if they want to donate to the underground.
I took it off. I can't even get 20 likes on the vid. So what am I going to get on donations?
You never know. I mean,
I had donations up, bro. No one donates, bro. And
I've had a few links up forever. I've never, I've never heard anything. Who cares?
My message before, Chris, was no one donate more than a single dollar, like just $1, and no one donated $1. Not a single dollar, bro. I'm a latte fiend, right?
Yeah.
I go and get my lattes at my local mom and pop coffee shop here. Every time I get a drink, I give them $1. For me, it's $1 a drink.
I have to say, shame on the chat. Shame.
Why?
Should have donated to this man. I would have donated back in the day.
$1. And by the way, StreamYard costs like $400.
Oh, StreamYard's so freaking expensive. I don't even know how the hell y'all been doing this for this long.
I've just been eating it.
Yeah.
I've just been eating it, because it isn't just for everyone else. It's also, I do enjoy yapping.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, that's where we pretty much now you just got to do it for your own enjoyment. That's the only reason to, because there's no point otherwise.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, the Ronin experience, in my opinion, man, it's not the channel you want, but it's the one that you need, yo. And many of your gurus out there will placate to the herd to gain favor with their alternative, credentialed, authoritarian ideas. If that's some sort of validation of their external idea systems, and it's very odd. Like my ideas, I don't need to placate to the herd to bring validation. I don't need to say something and go, am I right, Chris? Am I right, Moonfeather? Am I right, Kelly? Huh? You guys agree with me, right? And then I go, see, I
Dude,
got 4 or 5 people agreeing with me. That means my idea has sustenance. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I've noticed that some, like, a lot of people do that when they're talking on their shows. They'll be in mid conversation, and after everything they say, they'll go right. So it'll be like a subconscious cue
yeah,
to get the other
right.
person just to. It's like, I don't even think they're doing it maliciously or on purpose. It's just they're so used to. And to me, that's such a weird, because I would never say after what I say I don't. I've never done. I don't think I do that. I don't.
Oh,
I
I've seen it in so many circles. That's why
even
yeah,
people I like who I know, and some people I do shows with. Sometimes I feel like do it.
dude,
It's not
a lot of
like
cats
it's
do it.
they don't even know they're doing it. But it's
Me, I
like
just can't
I
rock
more
them.
so see it not when I'm doing a show though. It's when I'm watching a show, and they'll just be like, so yeah, so this happened, right? And then so it must be that, right? But then it's like, but it's like you're assuming they agree.
Yeah, or it's like Chris and I disagree on an idea, and I say it, and I'm like, Moonfeather, you agree with me, right? Kelly, guys, Esme,
Well, girls don't count.
you
I'm
guys
just kidding.
agree with me? So it's 4 against 1. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't make
Yeah.
the one side or the other more valid than the other. But again, to talk about this channel, again, this has always been about self-empowerment. So I'm a Ronin. Like, the name is not just some cute name. It's like I have an idea, I have a thought, I have a belief, I have a what you insert whatever, and I can stand on my own with that. I don't care if there's 30 people going, "You're wrong." It's like, okay, y'all 30, don't bother me. Like, you're not gonna. It doesn't. Your authoritarian 30 doesn't change the truthness of it, and however one measured that a truth of some kind. Like, it doesn't go, oh well, I must be wrong because it's just me against 30. No, so I never placated against a crowd. I probably did when I was in elementary school. You know what I'm saying? I probably did it when I was a kid on the playground at some point. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah. Yeah.
that's me growing and learning and coming into my own. At some point you come into your own. So yeah, that's doesn't yeah, you get it. Anyway, I think, yeah, you guys get it. But it happens often. It's kind of like a channel that has like someone will share. I'll be honest, Chris, like, and I've said this before. Excuse me. Um, you'll share if someone shares a YouTube with me, they'll be like, dude, you were talking about this. Check me out. As soon as I click on it and it has 1.5 million views, I already know it's probably not going to be like that real shish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
probably not going to be that real sheesh.
Yeah.
And I already know that's how I measure it, because it's not going to be the truth is not palpable. It's not how you say, like, it's not easily, the masses don't enjoy that real stuff.
Well, it's like the algorithm doesn't let it spread. It's not meant to. It's not the system we've built does not allow that type of frequency to resonate through it.
Yeah.
So you have to seek it out. So you might find some videos that have like maybe 100,000, couple 100,000 views by people who are like the rare person who has a lot of followers and will put up something really good. But shoot,
Sure.
I can't think of the last person with 1 million views that I trusted at all.
No way. I mean, unless I'm looking at like how to make lasagna or something, I'm cool with it if it has, you know what I mean? But the danger info is not going to have that for sure. And again, a lot of the stuff that I share is counter to the counter info. It's counter to the new age. I'm sharing old age information. I'm sharing the old age information as it is, and it's still a moving target. It's not all nailed down, but yeah.
And everyone's a new age Satanist now.
Yeah, again, that's what I was talking about. And it's a slippery slope, dude. Like, it's a trap. It's a trap. Because you have the mainstream stuff, then you have the alternative stuff, and then you have the mainstream alternative stuff. Then you have I'm in the occult, esoteric, the hidden knowledge. I'm in a mystery school. Oh, this comes from and it's like, if you look at the source, you look into like the 1920s or the late 1800s and follow their tutelage, you'll find that it is a hijackery. Now you go, well, that's cool for y'all so-called white people, but the so-called black people got the cool. Oh, really? Look at them. Those people, they actually get their same. The teachers are in the 40s and 30s, and they're also students of the hijackery. Like, they've sold their thing to distract them. So there's something for everyone.
Yeah, should never be a race thing, because every race is in it. Like, they're all involved on both sides of the equations here.
Oh yeah, all around. That's what I was talking about. That identity style. They'll have something for you, and it sucks because you're outsourcing your you're even your spiritual stuff. You're outsourcing. You know. Well, this is awesome, and then people go, "Oh, this is backed by science." It's like, well, I definitely don't trust science, because again, the science, the quote unquote science, the quote unquote occult, the quote unquote financial stuff, the quote unquote history, the quote unquote insert any of that first tier foundational pyramidal oppressive power structure. It all comes from the same source. So again, man.
Yeah, maybe it's like a first principles thing, and if you trace the idea back to its root, we're getting information from a tap that has been poisoned.
Bro, even that Atlas stuff, man. I was like, oh, NASA's hip to it. Science.com. I'm like, oh, I'm good. I already know
that. That's why I've been saying for forever, weeks. I was saying on even on Gabe's
publicity.
I was like, I went in because I already went in and I saw that there were mainstream guys looking at it, and what they were showing. Like I said last show, it was
they were saying that sucker
a little like light in the sky that looks like every other comet.
It's behind the sun. You can't see it. But by the way, even though you can't see it, this is what's happening. It's speeding up. It's slowing down. It's like, get the fudge out of here, yo. Yeah. It's already not a trustworthy organization. But it's like, hey, you guys can't see it. We have satellites in space watching this float across. It's like, first of all, there's no physical things. There's no rocks going across the sky. There's no satellites in deep space, especially not on the other side of the sun. You're on a stationary plane, and the luminaries above you are going around you, and look up star trails. Okay, that is a massive paradigm crusher, firm mind crusher. And you see, and I've actually heard a lot of homies that I actually really like years ago be like, I don't care what the shape of the earth is. It's like, you sure? Because I feel like that's a cop-out. I feel like it's a coping mechanism, because as you can see, when they bring hijackery information, and that includes viruses, that includes dinosaurs, that includes peak oil, that includes anything space-related, that includes this or that. And you're talking to someone that worked in the military on SATCOM in the military, that has connected to SATCOM in the military. Satellites keep a low, supposedly, this is what they tell you, they keep a footprint. That footprint does not spin around the earth. It stays above, like, for example, a satellite over Germany. It doesn't float around the earth. It stays above Germany. It's stationary. Now you're telling me they found a low Earth orbit sweet spot as the Earth is spinning, the satellite's spinning with it to keep track and stay on top of wherever it's supposed to be? No, these are tethered balloons.
Yeah, they move. I've
They
seen them
move a
moving.
little bit in little tiny circles,
Like,
but when you
well, it
lock
depends.
on to your ground, when I was locking on in the ground stations to the satellites, you lock onto them and they do little tiny circles. And what would you think a balloon on a tether would do? It would go around in little tiny circles, but it would stay right there. So this, knowing this knowledge, this gnosis, knowing who created that stuff, would save you from being energetically vampired and parasited. Get your sights right. Your parasite from all these things. It's very practical. This is also tied in again to the history. This is tied into everything.
Now there is obviously people have seen something different now with these starlight things. The starlight satellites.
Now the starlight and the extra hijackery, that's something that's, something.
Because I've seen the trains of those, as they call them.
Yeah, we had that. Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, they're powered by something. It's like,
dude,
whatever
and
they're
again,
powered
I
by.
told you the story. Like, I saw them, and then the story is they don't have lights; that they're just reflecting light from the sun.
Bullshit. They have light.
That's I'm only saying what they say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's all.
No, I know. And I
see how
immediately.
ridiculous it is.
Yeah. And there's a lot of nonsense with what's his name's company.
Yo, you guys don't. Yo, Chris, you don't even know. Yo, like, I got hired for NASA in Huntsville, but I didn't take the job. It was a network engineer, and they told me I was on a Zoom call because I was in Germany. I was supporting all the military drones, all the military drones. I was supporting them. We were a single point of where all the military drones sent their data to Ramstein Air Force Base in Germany, and then it would go fiber to the U.S.
Okay.
Where the pilots lived. Again, I'll repeat, I supported all the U.S. drones in all the theaters. I did. I watched them, the videos, all the theaters. We even helped them. They said we need a footprint in Somalia because they don't have quote unquote satellite reach there. We had to work on moving some. I supported that, and then I did a Zoom interview with NASA in Huntsville. 3 engineers hit me with all these questions, and I crushed everything. So they're like, "You're hired," and I was like, "No, thank you. I took a job in Georgia instead." And so during that interview, if you guys know any hackers out there, know you can glean so much info from interviews and LinkedIn and job descriptions. Job descriptions, you can find out what type of hardware they want, right? So if you're in NASA, you find out they have Palo Alto firewalls. They go, "We need Palo Alto experience." You go, "Okay, y'all got Palo Alto firewalls," and that's your target. Anyway, don't worry about it. But they told me during the interview, by the way, you would sometimes have to travel to Kazakhstan because our NASA and Russian, that's what Russian is called. We launch all our rockets out of Kazakhstan. So you'd have to travel to Kazakhstan sometimes. And I was like, that sounds awesome. But so that's another thing for y'all to know. All the political stuff, I'm telling you things that no one will tell you because they don't know the things that I know. Despite I interviewed with NASA, they told me, and no matter what, you'll have to go to Kazakhstan because no matter what the politics in the news stories are, U.S. and Russia work together on their fake ass space stuff. No matter what, nuclear war with these superpowers. No, they have. That's all play. I'm telling you things from firsthand source experience. Okay. Now extrapolate that out. And there's no, anyway, you either get it or you don't. So the point is, I'm not trying to talk about the stationary plane. I'm just using this again as an example of, if you know these things, there's practical utility in knowing these things so you don't fall for other things. You don't inject yourself with poisons. You do think, you know, you don't hurt your family. You don't become broke and destitute coming up. You know, all these things. You don't get your energy harvested by paying attention. You don't give attention to grifters and shills. You know, you remove your attention from all these things and you say F outsourcing everything, externalizing everything. You learn everything from internal, and no one can fudge with you. And all that feely good stuff, you got to be wary of that stuff too, because that's also that's giving you something, you know.
It's a weaponized
It's
empathy,
weaponized.
weaponized empathy and compassion.
Yes. So you got to be careful of that. Now, the thing is, these things, empathy by itself isn't bad. You know, being compassionate isn't bad. Thinking of the Almighty Most High, connected with, you know, spirit and all that isn't bad. You know what I'm saying? It's like those, you know, but
they got cats like empathizing, like giving away all of their empathy and compassion towards literally a different flag, a different event, a different psyop every other day.
For their own detriment. Yeah, man. To their own
detriment. Especially with stuff like the 2030 stuff, which is basically already in place at this point.
Yeah, man. I mean, I've told this story many times. My daughter went to a institutional camp, a government indoctrination camp for 6th grade, and when that contagion thing came, 2021, you know, COVID and all that. By the way, contagions are fake. No contagion. Look, I'll share a scientific paper with y'all if y'all like credentials, that the bubonic plague had 0 person-to-person contagion thingy. There's no contagion that goes person to person. And if you don't know that, you haven't done your homework, right? You can get polluted. You know what I mean? You can get have parasites. You can get your terrain completely wrecked, but you can't catch a contagion from another person.
It seems like you can get your your biofield in like
there's that.
It harmonizes with the frequency of the person who's not feeling well, who has a damaged biofield, and then you both go into the process of detox.
Well, yeah, that's the message of, hey, they're detoxing, maybe I should detox.
Yeah. And that's why sometimes when you're around people who are sick, I don't know about you guys, but you like, for me, I never get the flu, even if someone who like if my girlfriend gets it or something, I don't get it.
I haven't been sick in like forever, dude. A lot of people at work get sick, but my daughter, they suggested, because again, I've told this many times, but there's a point to it, is, you know, she wouldn't wear a mask. She's the only person in school not wearing a mask. And my daughter and I had an amazing laugh when I heard in the news they were suggesting wear 2 masks. And I asked her when she came home, I was like, let me guess, your teacher's wearing 2 masks? And she laughed. She's like, yeah. I was like, let me guess, they were different colors so everyone knows that they're 2 masks? She was like, yeah. And we had the belliest of laughs.
Dude, I couldn't believe when they started doing that. When they started, some people were wearing 3, I remember.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was the most insane.
Put on the face mask. It was great. And so the school suggested that we homeschool. And I was like, well, we've homeschooled before. And I was like, I agree. That's one of the few times I agree with the indoctrination camp. So we've been homeschooling ever since. So you go, okay, cool.
I can't even believe what happened, man. It still bothers me.
And it's a build to it's not an isolated event. It's a build to where we are now.
No, and these same people who went for that are going to be used to do the biggest thing, whatever the biggest thing in our lifetime will be. They were
Well,
now
they got
the ones who survived that are going to be used and be a part of it and a part of bringing it about. Because after that, we'll probably be too old and they won't have time to pull another op on us.
well, they ain't slowing down on they're trying to change this realm and take it over like full on. Like they've had their battles, they won the battles, and now they're just calling the herd the spoils of war. That's what they're doing now. And so you have people riled up, whatever the news story is. They're EBT or they're going out into the to protest or riot when whatever the flavor of the day is. Those are the retards. They're on the wrong battlefield.
Yeah.
That's an identity thing I was talking about in the beginning. That's the victim. Like, I've been wronged. It's like, dude, I wish I could channel their anger in the right way and go to the governor's mansion in your state and burn that bitch down.
Right. To Newsom out here.
Go to the Newsoms and whatever governor state you're on, burn. Don't beat up people like white people. It's like, what? Yo, y'all are crazy if that's what you think. Or if you're in Germany or France or England and you're just allowing your country getting taken over based on weaponized empathy, you're nuts.
But
and before that, it was separate the guys and the girls. I don't need a man.
See, the thing is, like, it's
so
like,
now you don't have the women. Now you have the rape gang or the gangs coming around for the ladies for SAing them, and the dudes ain't going to protect them because they got shunned by the chicks before.
See, here's the actual problem. No one should even. I even take back saying anything about Newsom because no one should care about this guy. Like, none of this should even matter. It's not real. It's not real. It's only real because people are allowing it to be real. If people took self-responsibility for the things that they are doing, and we all decided to find a new way to pay each other for things, and we all decided we weren't going to pay a random group of individuals we don't know taxes on things that we didn't ever sign up to pay for.
Chris, welcome to the money laundering channel.
I mean, it's just like,
I've been teaching money laundering for 3 years now.
Because even if they went to the governor's mansion and tried something, they're just going to get co-opted into something bad, and it's not going to end well for anyone.
Yeah, you have agent provocateurs and things. Yeah. But like, yeah, man, like, so Chris, welcome to my world where you try to promote these alternatives to starve the beast in very practical ways. We don't need their money peer to peer. We don't need their centralized banks. By the way, I hope you when you get a chance, watch that video I shared with you earlier about the Bitcoin guy, Nakamoto or whatever. I forget, the creator of Bitcoin.
Yeah, Satoshi Nakamoto.
Yeah, and the story starts with the Jewish gangs in America, which are the main gangs. The Italian gangs were not like that. It was the Jewish gangs. And it's funny how you get into the Jewish gangs and their money, and they want to move secret money that is not tracked by the banks. We're talking back in the 1930s and 40s. Fast forward, what's his name? Lansky, one of those Jewish dudes. He was like, he supported the idea of peer-to-peer transactions outside of central banks. These are the people that made Vegas in the desert and was doing all kinds of money laundering, and they were looking for digital ways to do money laundering. They funded and supported the early developers of Bitcoin, like in the 80s.
That makes sense.
To send money across the world without it coming on the central bank's radar.
That makes sense.
And they were tied in with the government too.
Yeah.
But you should watch that vid that I shared. But yeah, man. So starve the beast. Don't vote. Don't register to vote. Look to grow your own food. Look to use peer-to-peer money that's private. Don't use their platforms. Use VPNs. Don't use any of their fucking shit. I mean, while I'm on YouTube, this is about it for me.
See, I mean, I get the biggest problem is kind of everything could be the way it is and better if certain people in certain positions just did the right thing.
Well, it was built to be wrecked. Like
Yeah.
the money thing is the main thing. So you go, oh, you talk, how do you talk about starve the beast? And it's like, hey, dumb head. I'm talking about not using their money. What do you think's the most powerful tool except for their version of money? Now, who brings the money? These money interest is illegal on the United States law books. So they're breaking even their own man-made laws, and they're breaking natural law. Interest is illegal. It's also unnatural, law of the land is illegal, and just in your own heart, it's illegal, right? In your own spirit. That's how it's been here. So these people come and add interest, and they've been doing that since they've been moving around, these LARPers in their suits, these Jays in their suits, and they charge interest. And people, the surface level history is people like Napoleon and those guys kicking out those suits because of the interest. And they were like, let me show you how bad compound interest is. So now they're in the US, they start running that, and other people are like, cool, we're going to make our own digital money. And that's where crypto came around. Cryptography.
Yeah.
The people that made cryptocurrency were PGP experts, crypto encryption experts.
You hear that?
No. What?
Make sure it's not.
Are they tapping our channel? I mean,
anyone hearing a clicking like something like that in the background?
Kelly knows. Now, this guy Jack Cruz, he doesn't know about all the other like weird esoteric kind of like this, but as far as this stuff, yeah, that's the video. By the way, Kelly, I shared a vid with Chris earlier with Jack Cruz about this.
I've seen a bunch of. I think if you might have sent them, maybe I did watch it, maybe because I've seen a ton of Jack Cruz's stuff. I've been watching his stuff since I first saw him.
Oh,
yeah. So I know Jack Cruz pretty well.
Well, he talks about that's okay. So okay. Well, I'm telling you something you already know.
Yeah. Where you didn't send me a Jack Cruz thing earlier though?
Yeah, I did, dude.
Where at?
On Telegram.
The last video you sent me was Truth Vibrations.
But the one before that, or maybe no, the one before that.
He's a digital ID, and there was another dude, David Avocado Wolf or something like that.
Oh well, maybe I didn't send it to you.
It's all good, dude. See, he's getting mad at me. Because I would have definitely clicked it pretty quick. Because I like Jack Cruz. Every time I see a video of him, especially if it's just some wisdom that he might have, I'll check it out.
Yeah, so let me just again for Kelly, and Kelly knows, and reiterate, just because I say someone like Jack Cruz shares good info, it's the same when I share like books from the 1800s. Always use your discernment, right? Take some of the info that you find valuable and leave the rest, because it's not always like 100%. It's there's some hijacks mixed in, so you have to avoid those. Just kind of a FYI. So anyone listening that doesn't really know my style, just know that I don't trust anyone out there outright. I have to verify. I trust but verify, and a lot of times it doesn't check out.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously Jack Cruz like still thinks that Bobby Kennedy is like a good candidate for president, and
Who?
thinks that all these guys are still like actually legitimate people.
What, like JFK and stuff?
Well, I think he really likes Bobby Kennedy or Robert
Oh,
Kennedy.
see,
If
so yeah, so he's in
he's
yeah.
still in that way of thinking.
That's okay. That's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
But
yeah, it's
again,
totally okay.
it tells me where he's at in his journey, and I know that he thinks he's smart, and he is. But this is where really intelligent people can be missing major parts. And I'm not saying that from like I'm so much better than everybody, and I got it. I'm not even coming from that, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
so hold on, I missed the comment. Brent,
He said his biofield had harmonized with Gary Busey.
is that bad?
Gary
Gary Busey parties.
Busey's a nut.
Yeah, he's a nut.
He's great though. Is he alive still?
I would so party with Gary Busey, and we'll both get arrested. Like, you're not really partying. You're
He's
not
what?
really okay, Brent. So here's how I know if you're real or not, brah. If your biofield is truly harmonized with Gary Busey, let me see your mugshot from when you got arrested doing being extra. That's how you know you're truly harmonized with that guy's biofield.
He's funny. He's a funny guy, man. Kelly has no guru. Good.
Good. Kelly's
Good.
my guru. I think Kelly
I
knows
just
a lot.
I just gave Kelly a wrench on my YouTube channel
Oh,
to help with the moderation. Not that I think I need it right now. There's probably no one on it. But if there are, Kelly, you keep an eye on them. I know I think she's watching on both of our channels, which is hardcore, and I appreciate that.
yeah, that's the problem sometimes, right? Is it good or bad, Chris, to share on both channels? Because it's like some people might watch yours and some people might watch mine. Can we
Oh,
get?
I think I feel like you both get the views. Honestly, I'm if
Oh,
I'm
really?
correct on
Oh.
that, yeah.
But I want the chats from both because someone might be saying something cool on the other side. It's like, oh, dude, because I feed off the chat.
And there is a way to get the chats to both show up. I have to ask. I'll ask Alan Marcus how he's been doing it because he's been doing it on Ben Balderson's channel and then the Dogface Dude's channel, and then they somehow combined both chats to show up on the screen. It might be OB, was
Yeah,
it OB Studio or OBE Studio, whatever the hell.
OBS.
OBS, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they're using that. That's what people do.
But I know they use StreamYard as well because he sends me StreamYard links when I go on.
Hmm.
So they might be running StreamYard through OBS, which seems like a lot, but
You went on there? You go on there sometimes?
OBS,
No, on
Dogface Dudes, when they're or whichever channel they're using. Yeah, yeah. Every once in a while, if
what do they
I'm
talk about? I feel like they talk about stuff that I'm not really into.
I mean, they do a lot of debates and stuff recently. They started doing, and I like debating people online about various topics because I guess Ben and Alan and Steve wanted to start, I guess, having like teaching themselves how to like argue properly and respectfully with someone and see if they could get other people to engage in that with them. Probably because they were getting so annoyed with the way things were going online and how people just couldn't communicate at all when they had differences in opinion. But
I
aside
listened to
from
them, and they seemed like they were all just yelling all at the same time. I couldn't hear anything.
that, might have been one of the see they have moderators now during these debates because sometimes the
And I have patience too. I'm like, okay,
yeah.
well, I get sometimes you get into your feelings, and it's cool. I'm not so.
Well,
I mean,
they've been debating some really leftist types and like
mm,
it's like a couple of the debates I watched. It was hard for me to watch because of the opinion of the normie types who just
it
like
hurt your ears. It hurt your
I
ears.
was like, oh my God, what?
Well,
What? How?
it's
How can you be this way?
even the left right thing should is not really a thing.
Well, yeah, and I don't consider Ben and Alan and Steve. Or maybe they are. Would consider them. I don't know. I don't want to speak for them. I don't really consider them in that paradigm. Like to me, they're all smart guys. They know that what the deal is. That
Yeah.
it's not really a. It's like all a show, but there are debating people who believe it, and it does seem that when they're debating people who believe it, if it's not like a Christian who they're debating, and it's more like and it's anything else, it's usually a leftist. Just that's they consider themselves a democratic socialist type,
Oof.
and it's yeah,
Oof.
it's hard to, and they put themselves through trying to they put their points out there, and in my opinion, the ones I've watched, they've destroyed the other people. So but
Yeah,
then they have
well,
open panels on like Tuesdays where they'll just have random people on, and if they know you, they'll tell you to come on. And that's why I've won on a few times when they just saw me in the chat and invited me on. Because
I think I went
Ben,
on there once, like a couple years ago during one of those times, and I hopped on,
yeah, yeah,
and yeah,
yeah, it was fun. It was fun. Ben, I mean, they just basically those days it's just like talking about current events and just talking shit and just having fun, like making jokes.
yeah. I mean, obviously, if you're like whatever, okay, let's say someone's like, I'm a quote unquote leftist socialist person. Obviously, I can't even e- engage in a discussion without going, okay, let's boil down where the source of these ideas of your one is coming from, right? Like, I can't even sit and discuss the penthouse when we haven't discussed the found. We got to build, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
and most of those ideas will come crumbling down once you find out what it's built on, you know.
Yeah, I remember when one of the discussions was about chem tales of chemicals. Let's say that. And
Okay.
these guys they were talking to admitted that there was cloud seeding and weather manipulation, but wouldn't admit to the other thing. And like very logically, Ben and Steve and Alan were just like, that's the same. It's basically the same thing. You're still putting chemicals in the air to cause this.
Yeah. And
Like, what, so what are we
already
talking? What are we talking about here then?
this is already spoken of by them people publicly saying that they've been doing this. This is
Yeah,
already paperwork that is open to the public that one can just look up.
yeah, and they just
This is like
wouldn't.
not even and with the with the ingredients, and I believe the ingredients are obviously even more sinister than what they promote, and that's. But if you're not, that's the next. But how can you not agree? How can you not know that that's a thing? If you can see, that's where my okay, Chris. So I talked about this like last year, bro. Intellectual integrity. If you're gonna rock, if you're gonna do some logic, you can't be selective logic. You gotta put that logic on everything, right?
Exactly.
You can't be selectively with your logic, and that's not intellectual integrity.
Yeah, no, it's intellectually dishonest for
Yeah,
sure. And it was.
exactly.
I remember watching it and I was just so confused. I was like, I don't even understand how they're. And to Ben's credit, he stayed super calm. They all did I mean, Steve got a little animated. I feel like in that one because it's insane how they don't see what how they're affirming exactly what you were saying by admitting that there are cloud seeding operations going on. It just
Yeah,
is like it was so it was one of those tricks that these Bolshevik types do, where they change the meaning of words and they try to act like, well, if it's defined it says this, it doesn't really have the same definition of that.
there's literally terms for that. It's like straw man arguments and
Yeah, a
so
bunch of fallacies and double
all the
speak
fallacy
within it.
type.
Yeah,
Yes, it's literal art. Those are not valid in classical arguments.
yeah,
it's also, in my opinion, a waste of time. like, like I would be like talking about energy. I would be talking to someone like that about this topic.
Well, the one thing I will say, I can respect them their method because of I know I could see it's training them to communicate better and be able to communicate ideas and stay calm, even if you don't want to stay calm when someone's saying something absurdly ridiculous and actually like present something in debate format. So yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting what they're doing because of that.
You know what? So Kelly, man, you know what? The Ronin experience used to be so unpredictable and chaotic. Well, shout out to the Dogface dudes, man. They're cool. We used to be chaotic here, man. Now we're mellowed out somehow. I like a little chaos. I like throwing a little, but we're like so chill right now. It's a different show, and the show morphs. It metamorphosizes. You know.
Absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely.
those dudes are cool. I guess they're cool. I don't really know them
Yeah,
like that.
they're definitely cool. Ben's a great guy. He's the one I know the most just from being on podcasts with Emily because he'll come on every once in a while with me and Emily. We're trying to get through these.
So the one
These
time I popped on there, kind of like what you're saying, I just jumped on, and I didn't realize something, and I mentioned something, and it sent Ben Balderson.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. By the way, respect to him, and I'm not trying to act like I'm aware. I think I might even be sub to his channel if I'm being real. I said something. I think I mentioned like because they were talking. I think I mentioned Owen Benjamin, and I don't know why it was related to whatever was going on. I said something, and I guess Ben has a real problem with him, and I didn't know that. And he went off on a very thing, and I was like, "Yo, my bad, guys. I didn't mean to bring up." You know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to pick at scabs. You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
wasn't. I didn't know there was feelings there of some kind.
Yeah, I have no
I
idea.
was cool with it.
I have no idea. I have no idea even. I barely know enough about Owen Benjamin to even know
It
what the
was
hell.
related to like I remember it was related to like Owen Benjamin get into the homesteading thing,
Mhm.
and Ben and I guess some of his people kind of consulting a bit on how to go about it, and
Ah,
it being there was controversy in the mix there of some kind.
oh, interesting. Because I know Ben does like all of his stuff. Like he has I'm assuming multiple acres of land in Northern California, and he does everything. Like they do everything almost by hand up there.
Yeah, so I
Like,
think I think there was something related to that. I didn't know, but there was definitely feelings involved. Betrayal.
yeah,
Lots of
yeah,
drama.
yeah.
I don't mind drama sometimes. You got to shake it up. You got to throw a little chaos in here every once in a while.
Yeah, and I'm sure if you didn't, if obviously you didn't know Ben's cool, man. He would never hold like something stupid like that.
No, it wasn't
No,
against me. It
because
had nothing to do with
yeah,
me. I just
that's what I mean. He wouldn't care if you brought him up or anything either.
oh no, I set him off, and I was like, my bad, y'all. I was trying to keep the vibes high. I was trying to be Mr. High Vibe guy, and I was like, oh my bad.
Oh man.
Mm.
I'm like, oh yeah.
Not cool, yo. So do you want to get into anything? I can
Yeah,
share a
man.
video if
Yeah,
you want.
share a video, and I'll
I've got two videos, but they're long. They might be too long. I got one on the Looking Glass. A guy talking about Project Looking Glass and time and all that.
Is it on TikTok or another platform, or is it on YouTube?
It's a YouTube thing.
Maybe we do like a. Have you been getting hit with any copyrights when you play longer videos like that?
No, but I did get so I did get hit with a copyright on your band.
Oh, but that won't be a strike. That should just
No.
be a yeah. That's not going to affect your status on YouTube. They just do that because I had a feeling. Remember, I was like, they might send you like a message just because the distributor wants to collect a like an advertisement revenue off someone using the song. So if you use the song, they might put an ad, and I'm gonna see now if I could whitelist your channel so you don't get that anymore. Because if you don't want ads on your channel, I don't want you to have an ad on your channel because of that song. But that money's just coming back to me anyways. But well, part of it is obviously after 20-30% is taken out by these assholes.
Do you get checks in the mail?
Yeah, every once in a while, but I
Do
mean,
they send you
like,
checks?
they don't send me. It's like I have to go on and see how much is in there. Like a good quarter or a good 2-3 months, maybe I'll have a little over $100 in there. Like
Oh, so it's an
so-
account.
yeah, like if there's a bad or no one's been listening to it for a couple months, it could be literally like $5 each month, which sucks. Like because that doesn't even pay to keep the songs up.
Sure.
So it depends how many people are listening and where. Like there's a weird song that was being played, I guess, as a cover song in Sweden or something like that by some band, and that was making me a lot of like it was making me like $50 every time they did that.
Oh, I'd love to be huge in Sweden, dude. Just be like, I'm huge in Sweden.
It was just bizarre because I was like, oh, $250 this month. I was like, what the hell is going on? It's because this random band in Sweden played it as a cover song at their shows twice. And it just, that was more money than I would even make from any of these streams I would get on YouTube or Spotify or wherever.
Dude, I was just wondering because I used to get a checks on some weird stock I would have that I forgot about, but it'd be like for 17 cents or something.
Yeah, it's the amount they pay you for a stream is so small. It's insane.
I
It's
heard
ama-
like back in the day when I was listening to, the comedians and their podcasts and stuff, they talk about like they'd get residual checks, but it'd be like $2, a dollar.
Yeah.
It'd be like 75 cents. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. I mean,
but for life, it's weird. It's like it'd be like for life because they were an extra in a movie or something. You know what I mean?
now
And
that
they'll
see
be like, "Oh,
residuals from film and TV, especially commercials, used to be huge. Like
it used to
I
be
remember I took a commercial acting class, and my teacher, he was like the biggest thing he was known for was playing a pilot in an American Airlines commercial, and that commercial had paid him. I think the initial payment was something like 100 grand, and then he had made something like 600 grand throughout his life just from one commercial playing a pilot.
Yo, that's the dream to be an actor and get a commercial like a Taco Bell commercial or something."
But they don't do that anymore. They stopped doing that
Oh.
during lockdowns.
Oh.
So no more like if you get a residual, it's really it's nothing. It's like if we reuse the digital ad, we'll maybe give you another $1,000 or another $500, and that's it.
By
So
the way, guys, supporting the underground, it doesn't really need money. If you just share this channel out with people, this again is a word of mouth channel. This is a family channel. Now I wish Kelly could look at. If Kelly wants to, I can share her some wild TRE vids from like a year or two ago. And I used to make a lot of fun intro. I used to do a lot of stuff on the show, like make a lot of stuff. And
I'm working on a new intro for us.
dude, I used to make intros like sometimes like we had symbolic studies on here one time. I made a cool intro vid with him, and I had he had his shirt off, and he was like shredded, goatee, bald head, goatee, but shredded. I do stuff like that. That was like a while ago, yo. But again, it was fun. It's fun.
Symbolic Studies, did he just come out with a new video recently for the first time in a while?
Probably.
Or has he been
I like him. He's another one I like. He came on here, yo. Symbolic Studies came on the Ronin Experience, guys. Guy, like, for those that think you're too cool for school, I mean, we've had some really amazing people come on the Ronin Experience just for the love of the game. Like, don't shut the door behind you, you know. And the people behind you, you know, come if you consider yourself big time, come back and holler, dude. I had you guys. You want to hear some gossip, Chris?
Oh yeah.
It's gossip that lives only in my own head. But like, man, should I even say this? Because
Well, it depends. Who's it about?
my family thinks I'm crazy.
Oh, I've heard of that podcast.
Yeah.
No, I don't. Is he cool? If he's cool, then no. Obviously, don't say.
He's all right. He's all right. But it's hard for me because he had me on. He had this historic esoteric America show, and I did the Georgia. He a couple other homies was like, "Yo, I think this guy would be cool," and I came on, and it was fun. I had a presentation, bro. I made PDF presentations. Like I made a whole presentation, and we rocked for like 2 hours. Had like 1,200 views, and I was like, 12. That's for me. That's a lot, yo. You know what I mean? And I had a whole 2 hours of breaking down the pyramids here, the moon-eyed people, the everything you could think of, and still left out a lot. So I was honored to be on that. Like I was great. I was incredibly grateful. Then later, a while later, I let a lot of time pass, and I hit him up. I was like, "Yo, you want to come on the Ronin Experience, dude? Like, it would be an incredible honor for you to have you on. We're chill and all that." And he wanted like money or something. He wanted me to pay him, and I'm like, "Bro, we're doing this for the love, yo. Like,
damn, yeah.
Like,
I mean,
we don't look at me now. It's like 800 something maybe subscribers. Like, bro, this is for the love of the game, B. Like, I can't like pay you."
Yeah, I mean, obviously some channels do that when because they have the money to do it, which good for them. But obviously, I wouldn't expect someone like.
What's funny is I will pay. What's funny is I will pay people to come on this show. I'll just come out of my own pocket and just do it, just cause. But if it's a lot, it's hard. But I would actually not now. I would have just kicked out money. But I've had really great people on this that have visited, guests that have come on here that were very, very big time guests.
Well, it's different too if you're making money off the channel through subscriptions or through donations. Then yeah, you could use the money to put back into the channel. Like that would make more sense. But if you're
an investment,
yeah, like if
just spending money. I just been spending money on this just to do it, bro. Those vids I make, some of those AI things,
they cost money.
I paid money for them.
Yeah, people don't get it. That's why that's why I have to say with Nathaniel coming on, I think he's very cool to have done that because, dude, I have like you guys are the ones who come on my channel from you, Gabe, like, and I just started doing this aside from the ones I do with Emily, and Nate's been getting asked to go on like the confessionals, Tripoli, and like I know the confessionals. I'm pretty sure they pay. I know our other boy at the Higher Side Chats, he pays. He'll throw someone some money and get them a place to stay so they come out and do lives with him. But so if you're getting those offers and you're still willing to go on channels like ours that are smaller, like then that's respect. I have respect for that.
I'll do both. Who is Nate? Who's Nathaniel?
Yeah, remember the show I did on the UAP sort of entity possession, the whole 9 yards of it that he got into. He was wearing he wears the fedora. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, did I miss it or
No,
what?
you were there. You were there. You watched it.
Oh God. Well,
Nathaniel Gillis.
my bad, bro. I'm
No,
it's
no worries, dude.
forgetful for me. I'll have to rewatch it.
But he's cool just for doing that because I know I'm not the only channel he's done that for. He's been doing that with a bunch of channels that don't have many, like the
Bro,
channels who always had him on. Just because
bro,
he's making money now, he's on these other channels. He's still going
yeah,
on the smaller ones, so I respect that.
respect. I gotta re-listen, but yeah, shout out, man. The homie that came on here 2 weeks ago, Alien Carvings. So what's funny is, shout out to Mystic Anon. At the end, I felt like I was real close to him being like, "Yo, you want me to bless you with a crystal skull?" I feel like, and Mr. Gannat was trying, but what you guys don't know is these crystal skulls go for like
They're expensive. Did he try?
10,
Did
10 to 20K.
he try to get you one with a discount at least?
No, we didn't have that conversation. I was just trying to get blessed with one on vibes only. Charge it to the vibes. You know what I mean? But no, he came on here. So if you think about that, this dude is excavating Mexico, and he's sharing his digs on his channel like every single day. His actual digs, them breaking ground and pulling the stuff out of the ground, to cleaning it up and then getting it scientifically tested, like all the tests you can think of. And he said it's actually not as easy as you think to get stuff tested because he's not from like a Johns Hopkins or something. He's not from a university or something. You know what I mean? And they also don't do that for free. So he has to be on a waiting list and get these things, all radiology, carbon dated, you name it, right? All the tests.
And I'd assume at least he's making money through his channel and through his Patreon if he has one, which is
sure.
Yeah.
But the reason his original seed money was from the last cycle in crypto.
Nice.
So it was able to fund his adventures. He was able to go on adventures for a couple years, not be tied to a job, and go holy cannoli, and then be able to be his own venture capitalist for himself.
Yeah.
And now he's doing awesome stuff, and that's where he got those funds. Now everything else, yeah, he makes funds in different ways, and it's great. And so my point is, he came on, he did one for the love of the game for Mr. Ganon. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And shared with us and hung out with us.
See, my thing is probably, I don't know when the symbolic studies show, or not symbolic studies, the one with my family thinks I'm crazy is when that whole thing went down. But now there are people that have Patreon, so I'm sure he has a Patreon, so he makes money. Him coming on your channel will get him maybe 2 new Patrons, maybe 1 new Patreon, but that's money monthly he'd be getting. So that's kind of how, like, they get reimbursed off the smaller channels.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I'm not. There's no bad. I mean, he's cool. I'm not saying he's not cool. I'm just saying.
I mean, I get it. Everyone needs cash too at some point. He could just need the money. At least he told you. He could have just said, "No, I'm not coming on the show," and then said,
then we just ghosted each other.
Then just talk shit behind your back or something. Which at least he was honest about it. And that's all we got. That's all we can ask for.
No, it's all cool. It's cool. I'd be like, dude, if I was in like an NFL quarterback, you don't think I'd show up to a middle school football practice one day just for grins?
For the
love
like,
holy shit, that's Troy Aikman or something. You know what I mean? They're like, and he just hangs out with them for an afternoon. Like, you trying to tell me that's not?
Dude, awesome? I'd be popping in everywhere.
Yeah, dude.
Everywhere.
Earth.
I don't need a what is it, an appearance fee. Get out of here. Get out of here.
I mean, dude, hopefully this homie Carameu Aqua comes on Sunday. I mean, I've been loving his info, and yeah, he's been crushing it with the info. It checks out, and very paradigm crushing, and it's funny. Like if he seems like an incredibly open minded person. Being able to his discernment's good. So hopefully he comes on. I mean, gosh, he's on his lives. He has like thousands of people on his lives. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I was watching his show after you told me because I already followed him, so I was looking at his. I mean, same. What's his name had the alien. What was it? What's his channel? Alien carvings. Yeah, he had like a bunch, tons of people.
They have more than Sam Tripoli's lives.
Yeah, I mean, I think Sam Tripoli gets throttled too, which doesn't help him.
Sure.
Yeah, because I think he has so many channels. He has so many different channels going around too, playing it like all. And I don't know which one is his and which one is like a backup. But because I know he got booted off so many times.
Yeah, the OGs got booted off.
Yeah.
In fact, there was a time where I wouldn't listen to no one unless they got banned from YouTube. I'd be like, yo, you haven't gotten banned from YouTube? That doesn't check out.
I got banned from Nextdoor. I'll tell you that much.
What do you mean?
Nextdoor.com, man. The local messaging board. Got banned on that bad boy for a little bit. Suspended, I should say. I got banned from a few different sites that don't matter at all. But I was able to keep myself good on the main ones. Just because I was careful.
All right, let's watch this vid to get some of these. We've just been talking. I don't even know.
Make sure we say, what is that? What's the code that we're supposed to yell out? It's fair use.
What, allegedly?
Fair use
for
the video.
I'm going to say this video is allegedly authentic. And fair use and unfair use. We have fair and unfair use. Why do you guys say that? I heard Gabe say that a lot. I think
fair use just means you could use any video as long as you're using it to teach. Like
what, do you have to like say it out loud or something? Is it like
sometimes it should be implied. You shouldn't have to say it out loud, but sometimes they just you know how YouTube is if they don't like you.
Hilarious.
So like people say it so the AI will like listen and not be an idiot.
Yo, shout out to the chat, man. Hope you guys are enjoying this. Usually I do like to go off the feedback of chat. It fuels me. But I hope you guys are kicking back and enjoying it, yo. This vid is like 2 minutes long. 2 minutes long. It's about Project Looking Glass. Should we run it?
Let's do it.
All right. Let's see. Fair use. All fair play here.
Was people, very smart people, began to figure out that something big was coming up. Something that made it so all the possibilities of all the future scenarios of any choice, any possibility that was fed in and observed through the looking glass inherently ended up in the same future. And no decision, no possibility changed past a certain point. That's the big secret.
Okay, so is that certain 2012 in your understanding?
It well coincides with December 21st, 2012.
So at that point, all possibilities lead to the same
timelines.
Rubicon.
All possible timelines lead to the same basic set of history in the future.
And what is that history to you? Did you know that, or did you find that out?
That is the big question. That is the big secret. That is what sends everybody that has all of the information, that knows everything, into a blind panic. the people that know everything about Looking Glass, that have gotten all the reports and all the information, the elites of the world, probably figured out that that was the end of the game. And nothing could be manipulated beyond that point.
So do you think that's held true? In other words, well, I have about 60 questions, but do you think that's true or holding true, that nothing could be manipulated, that they haven't found a way to manipulate, that's still the case? I mean, this is knowledge that you would have gained back when?
Back when I was in the military, it would have been before 97.
Oh,
Okay.
I've seen that before.
Yeah.
Good old Ketty Cassidy, right? That's her name.
Yeah. I feel like the last couple of weeks we've just been reviewing old conspiracies.
Yeah, but you know, some of the stuff's coming back around, even if they were part of huge psyops, as Carrie Cassidy, I believe, was, even if she didn't know it.
Hmm.
But I do remember her from the beginning of lockdowns. She had a Chinese, some millionaire she knew, who would only tell her one thing about whatever the hell the convid was, and he just said, take oxygen.
Uh-huh.
And this was way early. So this was like end of December, early January, 2019, 2020. And he was like, basically said oxygen was a cure and laughed at her. And if you really think about it, everyone who was going into these hospitals, their blood oxygen levels were super low.
Mm-hmm. No,
So
I mean, makes sense.
So that was solid information to me that she had gotten somehow, but no one ever really, she had a very small audience at that time because she was already kind of thought of as someone who had been psyoped through
Oh, really?
or part of a psyop with the Project Camelot stuff that all was kind of blown up in her face. So,
Well, I mean, to me, oxygen's the cure for everything. Like it'll improve any situation. More oxygen, yes, please.
yeah.
Checks out. I mean, yeah.
Well, the thing is, it's interesting because that's also if you're getting irradiated by electromagnetic radiation, the blood oxygen levels they get messed with. So it's like
That's what the
this dude knows. He knew something.
Oh yeah, dries you out too. Takes your oxygen away. Like,
Because that's why my buddy was a paramedic, and he said they were having homeless people even going in with blood oxygen levels he'd never seen before. He thought they should have been dead, and then they'd get to the hospital, get some oxygen, be right back, and then they'd be right back out in the street, and then they'd be back in a few weeks with the same issue, and they had no idea what was going on. Wasn't any sort of virus, or like they weren't being considered sick. They weren't being checked in for that. Just low blood oxygen.
yeah, man, it's because they were installing all the towers and turning things on and just tinkering with the
Yeah, man.
the G's, all the various G's. Those are just names anyway, folks. Like, but dialing it up, turning it down. I don't know the hertz off the top of my, not the hertz, but there's other metrics. It'll be like we're in the hundreds, and they want to dial it up to the millions, and it's like, oh, that will sap the oxygen from your cells, and basically shrivel. You're gonna be like, yo, and yeah, so.
And I bet these people were, and like, where was he working? I know he came to New York, that paramedic, to work for a while, and then he eventually had to find a new independent private sector to hire him because he wouldn't take the jab because he was smart. But so it either was happening in New York or it was happening in Oklahoma, I think. But I'm assuming wherever they were, it was very like a city-like dwelling because they must be under these towers all day.
Mm.
But as far as Looking Glass goes, it's interesting too because I feel like we've had Looking Glass type of stuff with black mirrors and black obsidian mirrors that people would, like we've talked about this before, like John Dee would use to divine the future through.
Sure,
This,
scrying and stuff. Yeah.
yeah, like scrying mirrors.
Dude, Project Phil, was it Philadelphia or
We
what
were
was
just talking about this with the on the alien carving show, with the pendulum and the Ouija board. There's so many ways to go about this. So maybe they had a device that could like see further based on some sort of combining of the spiritual technology with actual metamaterials.
Yeah, I mean that is the point of if one has that knowledge. Let's say hypothetically, let's have a thought experiment here. They have that knowledge. They go, okay, what do we do? They go, we're going to change the future by changing the past, and we're going to reprogram in every like this one generation, and then from now on, we're going to own the future because we own the past. And so they're going to try. They try to go, all right. Our best way is to destroy the realm. Can't escape it, but if you destroy it, maybe ipso facto, you go to the next another part, another level in the
This is exactly what like the cult of Mithras was trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
This is like Tracy Twyman's last book, Genuflect. That's what they're trying to do at the end.
That's what they've come up with, and that could be related to like a looking glass type technology thing. Maybe just their knobs and doohickeys were like, this is the most imminent result. You know what I mean? Like they just calculated with math, or do they actually see it? It's hard to say.
My thing is, why the converging timelines? That's part where, like, why is there a point where there's no return? I feel like a lot of
said this. Oh, I'm
go
sorry.
ahead. Go ahead.
I just have one thing and then keep going. I've said this before. The TVA in the show Loki, and then you have the TVA here in Tennessee. It's the Tennessee Valley agency or association or something.
Yeah.
They've been in charge of putting up dams and stuff, and the dams cover up artifacts. They hide and prune timelines in the show and the TVA in here in real life. Go ahead. I don't know why. I think I had more to that, but that's enough. You get it.
Let me see if I could.
You were on a string of. You were talking, and I.
Oh no, you're good. Let me see if I could share this. Hold on. Where is my mouse now? Because I figured out how to share my iPad, and I could draw on it now. And I have so I'm excited about this. We'll see how this works. Window, entire screen. Oh, Jesus Christ. System settings. Sorry about that. I gotta make sure this is allowed. Time.
Oh, bro, I would love to have hired help. Like, imagine we're like. By the way, I'm going to see Are You Garbage live next week in Buckhead in Atlanta. Shout out! Imagine having like a podcast like Are You Garbage, and you have like a producer, and you can just yell at them, like, get the video. You know,
Man,
just yell at them.
These sons of bitches, they're trying to make me exit out of Chrome and come back in. That's annoying as hell. Here, let me exit out and I'll come right back in.
Okay.
1 second.
David Dubain talks about the TVA. Does he really? Oh, you know what? Because David Dubain lives in East Tennessee. There's a place in East Tennessee, very, very fertile land. It's like Tri-City area. It's like Bristol might be one, and two others. I've passed through there. Very fertile land. And it's on a good side of Appalachia. So that's funny. I like that dude. I used to listen to him a lot, just like homesteading type info. I'm good on the money stuff. I'm good on the conspiracy stuff, but just like, fruit trees and stuff like that. Yo. So shout out David Dubain, shout out Kelly Boyles, shout out Christopher Miner. Yo.
Why the hell is it doing that? Oh wait, I got it. Okay, we good. We good
You know
now?
what I just do? I just have. Oh, I see you sharing. Oh man, yeah.
I'm gonna try to share.
Wait, you
now
had to
that
share.
it'll let me now that I
I
restarted
just have
this.
multiple monitors. If you have multiple
I,
monitors,
I do too. For some reason, because I had deleted Chrome when I updated my computer and I had to re-download it yesterday, so I had to just nonsensical, do
or if
some.
you want to get real fancy, you just have like a server, and you just your RDP to the server the whole time, and then all multiple devices can feed it and rock with that. But that's a DIY. You gotta be into nerdy stuff if you're into that, tinkering around. Home network.
I wonder if they would show this other screen. Huh. Okay, I'm gonna mirror this shit then. I'm trying to just do something basic here, but it's like it's being like, oh, you want to share that screen,
Bro, Chris, that's why I'm always like, bro, if you want to bring me shares, I cut off all comms like 20, 30 minutes before the show starts because I don't need any distractions.
System set. Where's my settings?
Trying to queue it up early.
Where's my displays? Oh, okay, so now it's
Funny.
right.
He's like a perfectionist.
Extended mirror displays. What I'm saying, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me get that.
Extended mirror display, man. Yeah, you're dealing with that black mirror, dude.
But then I lose. All right. But do I lose my my sketch pad? Is what I'm saying.
Are
they gonna lose? Are they gonna let me? Let's see.
We just got to whiteboard this.
Right. It's making me really upset here.
Oh, yo, at work, they have
yeah, they ain't gonna let me.
They have like a digital whiteboard, and it's always glitching. And I'm like, guys, turn everything off. I'm just gonna write on this whiteboard like a regular, like it's the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Like, because there's stuff, it never works. It sounds great.
Mirror for VP. No.
How are you trying to connect to it, dude?
This
By the way, welcome to the Ronin experience.
This is
guys.
bizarre, man.
Thanks for being here. This is the most professional YouTube channel out there.
Oh, I think I know what I gotta do here.
Oh, we had and just to, I'm always talking about how cool we are. I mean, we had Lutz on, Captain Lutz, and you guys, I'm telling you, like some of these other people, man, you may not grasp how undergroundly powerful Captain Lutz is and some of these other people, man. He's up there. We're talking about OG Bitcoiners.
Dude. What do they do to me
and
here?
Privacy lovers.
All right, I'm gonna
free your grandchildren. They're working on freeing your grandchildren as we speak right now.
What is going on with this?
So that they're not slaves. That's what I'm saying. Low key, powerful.
What?
You know what's coming on here, like blessing the Ronin experience with their, their time.
Dude, this is wild. Whatever's going on right now with my computer. I'm just gonna not do this. This is not gonna be my main display. They made this thing into my main display, and then everything on here was staying the same, but my main display became my side screen somehow. Side screen became main display, but it was blown up so big that I couldn't hit any of the... None of this is worth it. We could talk this through.
Welcome to TRE tech support.
Unbelievable, man.
Multimedia subject matter experts.
Unbelievable. Yeah, extended. Do your job, you know? Enable the double tap on it. Yeah.
Dude, we should start a multimedia home network company. I bet it'd be such easy money.
All right, we're back in business and the normal stuff. But I mean, I remember what I was gonna say. I just can't necessarily share it. So
Okay.
because I think a lot of that also is this new shit that what's it called is doing. StreamYard. How they're only letting you share certain screens. Because I was trying to share in an app that you could draw in. They won't let me. Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't done us any favors. They're trying to act like they're doing cool stuff. It's like, yo, man, just keep stuff the same. It's fine.
And I'm wondering if it's because I'm not logged in anymore because I logged out already. But at this point, I could actually just show it. I'll just show it. So, all right. We're back. We're back into the conversation 20 minutes later. If anyone's still listening, I apologize. So the thing about the two timeline whole idea that bothers me with that is that I feel like really time's kind of like it's like this and then this. Like there's no time outside of here. So how does that work? Because everything that's happened in the metaphysical, like everything that's happened here has already happened here. If that makes sense. Because we're already in the metaphysical realm, in this bigger afterlife place. We're already there. We're always there and always here simultaneously. Because there is no time in the metaphysical afterlife. So if there's no time in the afterlife, you are simultaneously in two places at once at all times. And everything, it doesn't matter if you're dead or not. Does that make sense? Or do I need to explain it slower and again?
Makes sense. But keep going.
Like this was...
I mean, they try and sell you as linear, like a string, and then a wrinkle in time, a straight line, which I never resonated with me, even when I didn't know anything.
Because this was the idea on Lost, like that we were talking about the other day on the show. And I don't know if it was with you, right? That I was talking about this with, I think, or was it with Gabe? I think it was with you. Because so Jack on Lost, or Desmond Hume on Lost. I know part of that was with Gabe. Desmond is the guy who, in the last season, if anyone sees it, there's these two timelines you have going on. One on the island and one that seems to be like the real world, but when there was no crash. And really what's happening is...
Dude, I used to think of myself as a Desmond. I think maybe you're a Desmond.
Oh, Desmond was the man.
Yeah, I think you are Desmond. Who would I be? I don't even know.
And there's a theory that actually all the characters are Jack, like really different lifetimes that he lived. Which I thought was interesting. I don't know if I love that idea, but objectively, I think it might be correct. But
do we all think we're Jack?
I like Jack. He can be a little whiny. I mean, I liked Charlie. But I do like Desmond.
Jack was a bit of a simp. Desmond was a rock star.
Yeah, there are a few guys I liked, and I wasn't a big Sawyer fan. But so okay, so Desmond's, for some reason, he can go back and forth, and he winds up waking people up in this side parallel universe that no one really knows what it is until the very end. And at the very end, you have Grandpa of Jack tell Jack that you all died on that island. Everything that happened on the island happened, but all those events were happening simultaneously and forever, because in the real world, you're already in that other place at the same time. Doesn't matter when you die. Doesn't matter who dies first. You're just waiting to have your consciousness basically fully integrated and remember what happened to you. So I don't know if that helps.
No, that's fire, dude.
Because if you really think about it, if there's no time and time only exists in the physical as a construct, once you die, that means there is no. You can go anywhere on our timeline you so want to if you have the ability. But that means you could be at your own birth from in the metaphysical realm at the same time you're being born here. It's just a different version of yourself. It's the version of yourself that died.
So it's a layer cake, or it's a circular layer cake. But it's a cake, but if you're looking at it as from above it.
Yeah, I was talking about Lost, Johnny.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's I mean, it's just
y'all talking about Lost? Yeah, man.
To me, it's very easy to see the like that there's no contradiction. Oh yeah, well, part of it helped too when Desmond Hume talks to Faraday and he goes, "What's happening?" And Faraday is like, "Well, you have an anchor. That's why you're able to do this. It's Penny." So that love that he has for Penny enables him to remember who he is when he gets put into the purgatory realm, or when his mind is slipping into the purgatory realm, or when he's purposely put there by getting whacked in the head or magnetized by whoever the hell was doing it to him on the island. It happens to him a bunch of times where he's going back and forth, back and forth. So now think about that. If you have an anchor, then you could traverse the worlds. I mean, you've heard this with astral projection. You've heard this with out-of-body experiences. How do you get back? You need an anchor because you don't want to forget who you are. So I think it all sort of lines up to it being that's what I believe happened on the show, and that's kind of how I see reality as working when it comes to time. That's why these multiple timeline things don't make much sense to me.
Yeah, agreed. I agree. Like the multiverse, I believe, is a mental paradigm trap. I'm wondering, like, so how would you apply this to yourself in a way where make it utility?
Well, see, everyone wants like the power, like these magic powers where they can change the timeline that they're on. Or,
Who doesn't, dude? How awesome would that be?
I mean, it would be amazing, but honestly,
it ain't doomsday yet.
It almost seems like the advice given to Jack by his father at the last season of Lost, which is, it's time for you to let go. Like, you're here. You were there. Everything happened. And you didn't, like, you did the best you could. You didn't do anything wrong. And now you're good. Like, you're good now. You're here. You don't have to go back. You're here. So knowing that, like, just knowing that that's going to be the case. After we're here, we're going to be there. And we're going to be good. Because we did the work to be good. We don't have to come back if you don't want to. And it should just at least give you peace. More than anything else. So if anything, it should give you like a way to go through life without worrying so damn much.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's fire, dude.
Johnny. What if Chris just said then he doesn't believe in God? Yeah, no, there's no God. No, I'm kidding. No, that'd be hilarious, though.
Let me see what's going on. Let me see.
Johnny was like, what if Chris just said then he doesn't believe in God?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna run with that comment. Is this realm a construct? is this realm? Is there, you get outside of time. How do you get outside of time? Because if you transcend, you might still be in a bit of a whirlpool, cyclone, typhoon, or maybe not. And is that all by design? Is there intelligent design in what feels like a simulation? Feels
Well, and that's
yeah.
why I think if you think of it as time only existing in the physical, that's how you get out. No, not saying to get out early,
No,
but
crush. Get a Lambo. Why not?
just one day you're going to be out of time. You're going to be outside, like literally, you're out of time. That's what happens at the end of your life.
Do you believe in vibe and frequency? Do you believe in what you do here echoes through time?
100%. Like I remember once I'd wrote up a
So
long.
there's right and wrong, or
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't think that you're going to be judged by Sky Daddy afterwards. I think you'd probably judge yourself.
but continue. So what you do here echoes through time, or no? High vibe here, low vibe here, no. Yes or no, doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, I think everything affects. I mean, you could probably follow the effects of even the smallest things you do and how they affect people you don't even know generations down, like various lineages of people you've met, people you've been with, people you've dated, people you interact with, or your own family. Like I think that's obvious that just the littlest thing could change the lives of so many people.
Ripples.
Yeah. And I used to always like explaining time as like I always like explaining it in a circle, and that all these events are happening simultaneously, like raindrops hitting it.
Throw
But
stones, throw a handful of stones into a pond.
exactly. And then every once in a while, there's like a really gigantic hailstone or something that just boom hits the pond in this circle or hits the road in this circle, and that ripple goes backwards and forwards. So then you're getting sort of things that are kind of distorted on both ends of that. And I think 9/11 could be considered something like this, and maybe that's why they do events like that.
Oh yeah, that was a big one.
Yeah.
That was a real big one.
Yeah.
Mm. So what's funny is pivot. I'm gonna pivot slightly, but I don't want to pivot too hard because I love this topic. I love these just we're just talking it out. But one is like in history, in the past, you'll see things like in 2021, you'll see scientific publications, you'll see headlines, you'll see stats, and it'll be like the biggest plague ever to hit humanity. And as you're watching it, you go, everyone's like, yeah, that's BS. But it's not for you. It's for the people 20, 30, 80 years ahead. So when they read back about the Spanish flu and they read back about the 1920s and 1919 and 1920 and they read back about 1920 to 21 about the biggest plague contagion to ever hit humanity, it'll be in the history books. So take that into account when you look into the past. They know how to manipulate the future. They're manipulating it now with their publications as one way. That's just one way. So when you look at the publications of the past, you got to think that as well. You know,
I got an interesting YouTube
and
video.
that's a low level, surface level way of controlling quote unquote time. It's a goofy ass way. Go ahead, Chris.
I got actually an interesting YouTube video of an AI showing you how they do this. Like I guess this AI. I don't even know who the hell programmed this, but I'm assuming military industrial complex.
Yeah, butterfly effect.
Let me here I'll share the
Or
screen. I'm gonna make it silent though. Actually, I don't know if there's any copyrights on this, but
What's funny is when Kelly said cascade effect, I was thinking cicada effect. What's this? Cicadas come in cycles and know where you are in the various cycles within cycles. All right, I didn't even read this comment, but I'm just going to read it now. Shout out SS Johnny. This dude sounds like a real one, yo. Beard up. What if time is a curse? It's basically a hell. Hell isn't someplace a million feet under the ground with heat and lava. It's a mind state, bro. Could you imagine? Yeah, man. A lot of us, man, I'm not gonna lie. You don't think I'm feel cursed with time in one way or another, both both now, earlier and now. Shoot, during this show. I'm like, cursed. Can we turn this around? I said something. Or go ahead, Chris. We're sharing.
Let's see if does this AI have any?
I don't know what cavitation means.
So this guy, I'm pretty sure this is an AI. This whole channel, in my opinion, is run by an AI. He broke down The Economist, or it, not he, but I'm sure there's someone else behind the AI. So whoever's running it,
the
had
AI,
the AI
right now is weak, yo. It's weak.
Well, they broke down The Economist, and I mean, this is in 2021. And this was not a lot to break down in this one compared to the newer ones, but you'll see what it came up with. Like, and hopefully no one hears much of that. And you're seeing it though, right?
Yep.
So my dude's taking symbols based on what these symbols are called. He's putting them into words over here. And then those words he's turned into anagrams. The virus injection be the humans, question mark.
Yup. Oh, damn.
Us thrive, I inject no, unwash them. I didn't see the other part. Hire us TV, joint cine themes, Wuhan, in out sequence mark.
Mm-hmm.
The corona mass injection.
Is this before event 2201?
This is 2021 Economist cover. So it was beginning of end of 2020.
They're dark magi, yo.
He also did this thing. Also did one of the older ones like this. But this is wild, like how he gets some of these.
Energy.
Here,
Magnetic sky.
We'll bring it back up. The $ wind turbine 5-star red flag, which it's interesting. The 5-star red flag. I forgot all about that. Cyber winds almost is like what he was trying to get to there. But this is how RFID graveled faster. But this is how they get into the subconscious mind with these stupid magazine covers. Like, look at all these anagrams he was able to make just from a gematria of
and shapes have frequency, in my opinion, and letters are shapes too.
Yeah, Accord comes alien joint, aliens, economics, Trojan.
Mm-hmm. We ain't dealing with humans, folks. We talked about that last week.
ENJ 1316. ENJ Ethereum blockchain. Well, that was weird. Trojan economics, Trojan microns, injection loss. See, he did the 2021 too, the same way. Like, yeah, but this was already out there for people who wanted to do it themselves. And I'm assuming this AI is German. So this is what they gave us. They have plans upon plans. We talk about this shit all the time.
funny because you know their biggest weapon is psychology,
Yeah, yeah.
and so they know psychology so well. They know that these implants here of visually and everything has power, but it needs to be refreshed often
Mm-hmm.
in multiple ways, different ways. So this is just an example of that, in my opinion. And
Yeah.
it's like be aware of what you're taking in.
Yeah, exactly. Don't just like pick up one of these and then think that there's nothing on it. But that is that. Where am I at? But there we go. But yeah, I thought that was just a good example of
They ain't human.
what you were talking about.
They are not humans, yo. Well, we talk about that a lot. Last week we talked about it. Yo, we're not here with just yo, man.
Johnny, that's unified code theory is something that Jason Bickford talks about. I don't know if you watch his channel at all.
Unified code theory. Yo, I'm gonna drop that as a feather in my cap if I'm at the next barbecue I go to. I'm just gonna be like, as people talk sports, I'm gonna be like, unified code theory, am I right, guys? And see when I get back. They're gonna be like, what?
Yeah, this guy Jason Bickford was awesome. He has a great channel, or used to, symbols, patterns, and gnosis, and then he stopped posting on YouTube because everything was getting blocked, and
Yeah.
I can't even subscribe to him anywhere. Like I get they block a lot of people from even looking at his stuff. It's strange.
All right. Man, I got a vid, but it's long.
We could always skip through it.
It's like 5 minutes long.
And we skip through parts of it if parts of it are no good.
It's all good though. It's all let me see how long this is. It's all legit. Yo, this is a 6 minute long vid, yo. It's about the secret covenant. And this is like the playbook and this is from like, your Rockefellers and stuff. And I know there's Rockefeller's a regional manager. I get that. But like, for this area, they're all clicked up and taken over the realm. And this is 100 years ago. Should we rock with a 6 minute vid, or is that too crazy?
What if you 1.5 that?
1.5 it. I could, I guess.
If it's too fast, just go to 1.25.
Let me see. Where's that on the settings? What is this? Playback speed. 1.25. All right, I'll go 1.25 and we'll give it a try. We'll feel it out, okay?
Let's do it.
All right, hold on. Let me try and share this. It's good too. I wouldn't play none of this garbage, but I think it's a good. I think it's worth it.
Will be one of the wildest things you've ever heard in your life. This video is for entertainment purposes only. If you've never heard of the secret, it's said to have been written by the Rockefellers. But look, I thought this was crazy. This is what the ChatGPT AI responded when I asked it to type out the secret for me. I ended up finding a video of this woman right here reading it.
The secret was created by none other than the Rockefellers, and maybe even someone even higher than them, let's be honest. But this is their secret in their closets, things that they wanted to follow. And if you're a conspiracy theorist or a critical thinker and you're aware of what's been going on in the world, you're going to know exactly how suitable this is. This is written word for word, and I want to read it to you. Okay, so bear with me. The secret, an illusion that will be so large, so vast, it will escape their perception. Those who will see it will be thought of as insane. We'll create separate fronts to prevent them from seeing the connection between us. We will behave as if we are not connected to keep the illusion alive. Our goal will be accomplished one drop at a time so as to never bring suspicion upon ourselves. This will also prevent them from seeing the changes as they occur.
What's that?
Fair use.
Fair use. Yeah. I got it speeded up. Is it good?
Yeah, it's fine.
We will always stand above the relative field of their experience, for we know the secrets of the absolute. We will work together always, and we will remain bound by blood and secrecy. Death will come to he who speaks. We will keep their lifespan short and their minds weak while pretending to do the opposite. We will use our knowledge of science and technology in subtle ways so that they will never see what's happening. We will use soft metals, aging accelerators, and sedatives and food and water also in the air. They will be blanketed by poisons everywhere they turn. The soft metals will cause them to lose their mind. We will promise to find a cure from our many fronts, yet we will feed them more poison.
Pause.
The poisons will be absorbed through their skin and mouths, and they will destroy their minds and
She's saying this is the secret covenant, right? Does she say where?
Yes, it's like, I don't know, David Rockefeller. She named. I can't remember.
Hold on a second. With the greatest. Remember that video? The greatest. It's either a conversation with Satan or the greatest trick. Like the devil ever pulled. It's like a video like that. I think what they did was they took that video, that very classic video of like how the devil would get humanity to believe in him, and they just changed up the words there. And I don't know if anyone else in the chat knows what the hell I'm talking about, what conversation, what the name of the video is. I'm trying to just even find the find just the transcript for it, because it would be interesting to read it and then listen to the rest of this to hear if they just literally ripped off the, like, I thought it was
Dante's Inferno or something.
How Satan tricks, or the greatest, the greatest.
The devil doesn't exist.
Yeah, the greatest trick there, the devil doesn't exist. But he was like, "How are you going to get?" No, it was a quote by a pastor, I think, saying, "If I was Satan," basically speaking as if he was Satan, this is what he would do. And it was stuff, instead of all this modern stuff, it was stuff that was happening like in the 60s and 70s. Let me see. If anyone can find it, let me know. No one in the chat's helping right now. If I was Satan, if I were the devil by Paul Harvey. Okay, let's see.
Paul Harvey?
Yep, I got it. Here, pause that for a second. I'll share this one. We can listen to it and listen to the cadence, because I think so. You can see. Can you see this tab?
Oh.
No, or yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Fair use.
If I were the devil, if I were the devil, if I were the prince of darkness, I'd want to engulf the whole world in darkness, and I'd have a third of its real estate and 4/5 of its population, but I wouldn't be happy until I had seized the ripest apple on the tree, thee. So I'd set about, however necessary, to take over the United States. I'd subvert the churches first. I'd begin with a campaign of whispers. With the wisdom of a serpent, I would whisper to you as I whispered to Eve, do as you please. To the young, I would whisper that the Bible is a myth. I would convince them that man created God instead of the other way around.
And you can hear this?
I would confide that what's bad is good and what's good is square.
Yes.
And the old I would teach to pray after me, Our Father, which art in Washington. And then I'd get organized. I'd educate authors in how to make lurid literature exciting so that anything else would appear dull and uninteresting. I'd threaten TV with dirtier movies and vice versa. I'd peddle narcotics to whom I could. I'd sell alcohol to ladies and gentlemen of distinction. I'd tranquilize the rest with pills. If I were the devil, I'd soon have families at war with themselves, churches at war with themselves, and nations at war with themselves, until each in its turn was consumed. And with promises of higher ratings, I'd have mesmerizing
Doesn't it sound exactly
media
the same?
fanning the flames.
Yeah,
if I were the devil, I would encourage schools to refine young intellects.
Now go.
He's going to get into, so.
Now go back to yours.
Yeah, because she's going to say similar things, but more. Like, if I was this, I'd be poisoning this, and I'd be doing that, and y'all be turning gay, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, stuff like that. So, the answer is yes. Very similar in very parallel thinking here. You know what I mean?
Well, the only problem is because they're saying this is the secret covenant from a group that they found.
Yeah. And where was he getting that his thing from? What was that from?
That guy made that up as like he was
Oh,
a
he made it. He wasn't reciting a book or something.
he was a courageous, devoted American broadcasted a message to his listeners. It served as a harbinger for more than for where the nation was headed. He was just a guy who I guess he might have been a pastor, but he
Oh,
had a
so
he had
he
a
was just talking.
he was just talking on the radio, and he was like giving them a little bit of knowledge, like yeah.
But he wasn't reciting a book. It sounded so that was just his own. At least
He
on
he must have wrote it up, yeah.
on the presentation. That was his own. Pontificating. But who knows? Who knows if he heard that elsewhere of some kind? I don't know who's copying who, but
And that was from 65.
yeah. Now they're calling this a secret covenant. I mean, who even know? It seems very generic. It's like a very generic name. Like there's a lot of names out there with secret this.
Yeah.
That. It's like secret covenant, unknown sources. By the way, when I share stuff, I share the sources. You know what I mean? Like, but let's just hear it out. You know what I mean? But it is
Reproductive system. From all this, their children will be born dead, and we will conceal this information. The poisons will be hidden in everything that surrounds them and what they drink, eat, breathe, and wear. We must be ingenious in dispensing the poisons, for they can see far. We will teach them that the poisons are good with fun images and musical tones. Those they look up to will help. We will enlist them to push our poisons. They will see our products being used in the film and will grow accustomed to them and will never know their true effect. When they give birth, we will inject poisons into the blood of their children and convince them that it's for their help. We will start early on. When their minds are young, we will target their children with what the children love most, sweet things. When their teeth decay, we will fill them with metals that will kill their mind and steal their future. When their ability to learn has been affected, we will create medicine that will make them sicker and cause other diseases, for which we will create yet more medicine. We will render them docile and weak before us by our power. They will go depressed, slow, and obese, and when they come to us for help, we will give them more poison. We will focus their attention toward money and material goods, so many never connect with their inner self. We will distract them with fornication, external pleasures, and games, so that they may never be one with the oneness of it all. Their minds will belong to us, and they will do as we say. If they refuse, we shall find ways to implement mind-altering technology into their lives. We will use fear as our weapon. We will establish the governments and establish opposites within. We will own both sides. We will always hide our objective, but carry out our plan. They will perform the labor for us, and we shall prosper from their toil. Our families will never mix with theirs. Our blood must be always pure, for it is the way. We will make them kill each other when it suits us. We will keep them separated from the oneness by dogma and religion. We will control all aspects of their lives and tell them what to think and how. We will grow them kindly and gently, letting them think that they are guiding themselves. We will foment animosity between them through our factions. When a light shall shine among them, we shall extinguish it by ridicule or death, whichever suits it best. We will make them rip each other's hearts apart and kill their own children. We will accomplish this by using hate as our ally, anger as our friend. The hate will blind them totally, and never shall they see that from their conflicts we emerge as their rulers. They will be busy killing each other. They will bathe in their own blood and kill their neighbors for as long as we see fit. We will benefit greatly from this, for they will not see us, for they cannot see us. We will continue to prosper from their wars and their deaths. They shall repeat this over and over until our ultimate goal is accomplished. We will continue to make them live in fear and anger through images and sounds. We will use all the...
So you get it, right? I could keep playing it, but I think you guys get it. It gets into digital IDs. You know what I mean?
I bet I could almost guarantee what went down with this. Not saying that the message is necessarily wrong, because it is basically what they're doing. I don't think it's from a secret document. I think they took Paul Harvey's speech, fed it to an AI, and said, "Write me something up in that way," but as if it was written today in 2020, 2025. Yeah. And then they got that.
So what's a psyop?
Yeah, psyop, but it's like propaganda, but propaganda that's meant to... I guess it's not great propaganda, because you can have good propaganda, bad propaganda, but this kind of is a little bit of both, because, yeah, you're getting a message out that probably is mostly true, but there's a lot of fear.
Yeah.
Inducing language in that.
See, I mean, a lot of that struck the right chords because there was a lot of truth mixed in. So I'm like, I'm in. But
Yeah, I mean,
now,
it's not wrong. They're not wrong, but
oh, now I'm back in.
it's like they had to. The thing, and this is the problem with a lot of truth. And I remember this was something that Steiner even said, like, you're gonna keep finding truth that has like just a little hint of a lie all the time. Like
Mm.
it's these white lies that are within truths are actually more destructive than those who just lie about everything. And they should be treated that way, like as the most destructive thing. And that is a white lie, but a lie.
Oh yeah. Nah, man, that or how you say
Integrity.
yeah, authenticity, all that right now. I mean, I think your word is your bond, and yeah, if you're doing a little bit of poison with a whole lot of honey, I mean, still, yo, you know what I mean?
Fortitude, man. Fortitude. Fortitude. I wonder where that word comes from.
But not everyone's a paladin. I'm not saying be a paladin. That's very hard to do.
Isn't what's his name a paladin? Peter Thiel, doesn't he think he's a paladin?
Oh Lord, for if a paladin is a devoted to a deity of some kind, then okay, if that's the framework, then yeah, he's probably a paladin of something not cool.
Like, did the Palantir stone? I see. I don't know enough about these nerdy.
Ow. I mean, you got the pals.
That dude with the in the movie though, that dude with the hair, the long hair, who's like the swords has the sword. I don't know his name, and he holds that freaking ball that you can see the future, the Palantir ball. Like, is he a paladin? Am I wrong? I have no idea.
Well, what show are you talking about?
Lord of the Rings.
Oh, Gandalf?
Nah, it's the dude with the main like badass dude. Fucking excuse my language.
Sounds like a mage.
He's like the main human swordsman with the hobbits.
Oh, I forget, yo. I've seen it too. I forget.
Here, I'll show you an image of him. But I think he's the
Like
one
Braveheart, Mel Gibson from Braveheart.
I mean, he's got that sort of. You see him, this dude over here.
Dude.
This guy, man. This dude.
Hold on.
This guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still don't know his name.
Isn't he like the paladin or something like that?
He's
like
not a paladin, dude.
No.
He's a knight. And knights get wild when no one's looking. So you gotta watch out for knights.
We need to figure out what that dude's name is because he holds that Palantir ball.
But the problem is a lot of them they do cousin.
Oh, that's Viggo Mortensen. So that's Aragon.
Oh, a young Viggo Mortensen, man.
Yeah. Okay, so he's whatever the hell he is. I have no freaking idea.
He's a paladin though.
Does it say that?
No.
Yeah, no. And he's I have no idea. I have no idea what the hell any of this is. A Dunedain or Rowan. Oh, he's a Rowan.
What?
Not a Ronin, but a Rowan.
No, that's a very powerful name, word, title.
Yeah, I have no freaking idea. I don't know enough about this this sort of stuff.
A Rokon.
Yeah. I mean, Peter Thiel's a dork. So
that dude, yeah, he's he's involved. And he's definitely got a lot of strings to pull. What you got to do is remove the puppets, and then he's just a puppet master holding empty strings. But all you could do is it's weird, yo. I just don't have no one ruling. No one will rule over me. No arcs above me. Peter Thiels or not. Like, you're crazy.
Yeah, buddy. I agree.
Like, nah. I'll work together, but I won't be subjugated. And if it turns into something else, then it turns into something else, but I will not be subjugated. Now, it even hurts my spirit.
Guys, we're getting way off topic, John says.
Let me see. What was it?
John was like, we're getting way off topic.
Totally. Shit. That always happens, dude.
I know, man. I know.
What was the topic again?
Dude, we were going into time. We were going into John. Where else were we going, brother?
Oh yeah. We basically every single episode we try to figure out what everything is all about. This entire realm. We take on we always lead towards the big boiling it down and going what's what. And so that's the topic. That's the topic every show actually. It eventually goes there. What's the Bitcoin? We're gonna solve this realm riddle, the riddle of the realm. We're gonna solve it here tonight, every single episode. And that's typically the topic of every single episode, yo. We just take windy paths there sometimes.
Yeah, we were getting there. We were.
Time is part of it. Time might be a trap. Time might be a construct. All the digital stuff here in this realm works very closely with time stamps. But know that at least here, when you have a compass, it points one direction to a magnetic north. There is no South Pole. Sorry to hurt you.
I don't know about that. What do you mean by no South Pole? I don't know about that.
South Pole.
What do you mean by South Pole, though?
It literally, there's nothing even to mean about it. It's not. It doesn't even exist. There's not a thing. There's an arc around. There's the inside the arc.
Well, there's no pole. Obviously, there's not a pole. There's not a physical pole.
No, it's magnetic. It might be.
Yeah,
Iron Mountain. I don't know.
It's magnetic. That's what I would say. There's two sides of there's two magnetic poles. Not poles. They're not magnetic poles. That's not how it works. But how would I put this? Where's Ken Wheeler when I need him?
If you have if you think of the plane in a torus field, the top, and you cut a line right there, the plane is right down the middle of the torus field. You have the top, which is the center, is magnetic north.
See, I would say the center is actually the still point.
I think magnetic north is the still point.
Well, that's an interesting. That actually could be.
I think that's the still point. Like, there's the only. Doesn't matter what tools you have, nothing, whatever.
That actually could be a thing.
You have a compass; it points to a place. You can make a compass out of just water and making little static electricity or whatever, and dropping a thing, and it'll point to magnetic north. So why does every compass? What is drawing one to magnetic north? And so when you look down at magnetic north, you have these circles going out of it. You have Arctic Circle, you have the equator, you have the anti-arc. So it's just like a wave of circles. Chris actually drew this on a pad earlier. It's land and time, mass and time, mass and energy. Time is what? T. What's the T stand for in the I forget, but basically ME is mass and energy. Time is mass and energy. TIME. Time is mass energy.
Go to my Google Drive really fast because I have something.
But I
on-
even think that's bogus because I don't believe in E equals MC squared. I think it's all.
Well, no, because the speed of light isn't constant.
That's what they say.
It's not constant.
I'm
It's
saying.
they think it's constant when it changes.
Man, I won't even pretend to know. I won't even pretend to know. Yeah.
I mean, I think there's like an experiment you could do where you shine a laser through a glass of water and it comes out like quicker than it goes in or something, which should be impossible.
Well,
But temperature and pressure change the speed of light. Everything is light, essentially.
Well, that's what we see above our heads. There's liquid above our heads with light and frequency. Cymatics, you don't even need a light. You just need like a frequency. It'll make its own little sparkly light. And then it rolls around our head like a kaleidoscope. It's freaking awesome. So that, by the way, that's sending light and then water and it kind of gets a little nitrous action. And then that's pretty cool if that's true. I'm not saying that's true. Dude, I feel like I don't know what to believe about the slit experiment. Some people say it's BS and a phony.
Bogus. That's what I've been. Trust me, I have a hard time with it too. But
I enjoyed it while it lasted. I was like, this slit experiment sounds so cool.
I mean, Ken Wheeler, he can ruin a lot of things for me when I listen to him. But then it makes so much sense in the moment. In the moment when I'm listening, and then after I'm done listening, it's like I'm like I forgot everything he said because I'm not one to do well with physics. And we've also been taught such a different form of physics to where he's like speaking field theory and it just gets like one ear out the other. Yeah, I understand it while you're telling it to me. And then a couple weeks later, it's gone. But he does give all his work away for free. So, or most of it. Which, let me see if I can get his newest freaking PDF pulled up. The divine or energy unification. Yeah, let me pull this up. So here, I'll share this with everyone, and maybe we can end on this thing.
Yeah, we should wrap it up. Shout out SS Johnny, totally.
And
you gotta be on. You gotta be on the code, man. You gotta have a code for one. Be on the code.
So this is Ken Wheeler's Theoria Apophasis on YouTube. Like his basic idea is everything is light. We're all frequencies that are different forms of light. I mean, Tesla said this, so Ken isn't the first one to say this. I would assume like this is the plane of inertia, and this is why I was saying there might be a South Pole, because there seems to be a pole at both these places, and this would be the still point in the center of the donut where there actually is no magnetic force. It's like a black hole.
I mean, that checks out with the torus model.
Mm-hmm. But it's just so, a lot of this stuff is so, it needs, like, you need background. I don't have enough of it right now. I need to read and ask for some of the, like, it's almost, in my opinion, it's like where it's flat and it's not. It's like a projection. It's a flat projection. But the black hole at the center, which is death or the still point, takes you to the metaphysical realm. There has to be a second inverse of the physical. Yeah, this isn't one of his easier ones. But these are all magnetic lines of force. I know that. Yeah, man, this stuff's fucking... It's a lot. He's got a lot of them. Like, look, he tries to
Yeah.
put, like, this is like a lot of information he tries to put together, but this might be a whole nother episode. But it does make sense to me if I sit with a lot of his stuff for a while, and then I'm like, I'm starting to see what you mean. I'm starting to see it. I'm starting to understand, but it's just like, and it's not something that like you're just gonna get the first time you look at it unless you're really good at that type of thing. And I was more of an English guy, language guy, so when it comes to physics and math, I'm like, let me look at it a few hundred times.
Yeah. I mean, there's also, just to be, again, super obvious, there's a barrier above us. And then there's evidently, I mean, even the oceans are tough, but I mean, there's like bedrock, there's like a impenetrable layer below us, only so far. So there's an impenetrable barrier above us and below us.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a thing, in my opinion. That's just.
See, the reason I get hung up on there being like a polar pole, I don't even know if it's a pole, because I think it's like a pressure temperature that causes these two sides of something that's magnetic to attract. That's at least Ken's explanation. There's really no such thing as what we think of as magnetism. It's actually just these two physical metals or trying
But that also
to
might be what the North Star is about. You might not need the opposite magnetism might not be below, it might be above, maybe. I don't know.
Well, yeah, my thing was just if you take a regular small magnet, you always are going to have a north and south on it. And if you cut it in half, even when you cut it in half, that north and south stays. You can cut it in half as many times as you want.
Sure.
And you're always, so it's like, I start thinking as above, so below.
Yo. So our above is the below of the other one. So it's like,
so if that's happening here, it's happening on some scale, I think, in the above. It's just figuring out the right way as to understanding that.
I think this realm's pretty cool. Like, it's like if you aren't feeling great, man, if you had like $5 million just dropped in you, I bet you your mood would probably improve.
Yeah.
You'd find something to entertain yourself with for fun.
I think so.
You know what I mean? So I'm not saying be materialistic. I'm saying if this place isn't so bad, it could be cool. It could suck. Depends on you, how you look at it. I know that sounds like a esoteric Hallmark card.
I mean, it sounds like something that would be said by Yeshua in the Bible.
Yeah, dude.
Like you're already in the kingdom of heaven. Let the dead bury their dead. Just random shit they give them. They're like, what?
Yeah, Ephesians. It's in Etruscans chapter 11:7, verse 7.
Johnny was just saying he just got off work. But yeah, we were about to wrap up, Johnny. We've been on over 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Yeah, Johnny.
But
we can only we can only ramble on for so long.
But Johnny's cool, man. We should have him on the join if he ever wants to join.
Well, I like his comments. I can tell he's a legend. This channel only has legends. Even
apparently he's a SS, which is also interesting.
Yeah. That could go a few different ways.
Yeah, I know. I know.
But I'm down to figure it out. We don't have any judgment here, man.
None. We are objective.
Everyone's awesome.
I think we might be the most objective cats in the realm.
I would agree. If there was, yeah, I would agree.
Ready to do this?
Yeah, let's get out of here. I have a, I'll play a song.
What time we doing Sunday with
I can need confirmation, dude.
Oh, okay. Keep me posted. If not, we could always figure out.
I'm texting a hot chick that's not texting me back.
Yeah. No, I feel you. That's never
So-
fun. Let me.
Either way, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
But shout out to he should come. He's cool. You know, he and yeah, so much love. Let's get out of here, dude. Chris, we talked tonight. We just talked, hanging out on the porch. He's got his lights. He's Kyber swapping right now, dude.
So.
Now, if he could turn that red,
Oh, I could turn it friggin'.
are you gonna Kyber?
Wow, wait.
Oh,
Is it too bright? Hold on, let me turn it down. It's too bright for this.
Oh, the
Can you-
power.
Is it red or no?
No,
looks-
that's reddish enough.
I feel like it betrayed me there. It didn't do the right color. It's not helping me out.
Mm.
I know I could do a red. I just have to go all the way down to the. There we go. That's pink.
Oh yeah. No, it's cool.
No, I want red, motherfucker.
What do you expect from
Dude. This is not one of.
Jedi Timu lightsabers?
You know what? This is like a ghetto. This is like what they would give Anakin. That's why he
I want
became.
one.
That's why Anakin had to kill everyone. Because they gave him a shitty lightsaber.
Yeah, I mean, we don't always do the things that we want to do. Sometimes
No.
we got to do stuff we don't want to do.
Yeah, I think it was good they destroyed Star Wars because that was like a show for nerds too.
Oh,
Here we
man.
go. Here we go.
I love it.
I'm a Sith now.
Yep.
I was never into Star Wars, man.
For real?
I'm too Han Solo for that. Yeah.
Oh man, Boba Fett. Oh, Mandalorian. They broke out Mandalorian. Oh my god.
Yeah, Mandalorian.
Talk about a paladin. Oh,
Look who they made Mandalorian though, too. Look what happened to him.
he was cool at first.
And
What did they do? Turn him gay or into a girl or something? For real?
He's
Prancing around.
he's not openly, but he's definitely
Got some sugar.
and I mean, not that it matters because he plays like a good, he played. I didn't know that until he was dope as an actor until they killed him off of The Last of Us and just
Yeah, yo.
then he started being in everything and he was getting a little flamboyant in his interviews and I was like, I'm tired of him.
The Last of Us. How you gonna how you gonna not help out the dopest dude in the whole world at that time?
No, they just had him. They just humiliated him.
Yeah.
But he's in everything, so I'm sure he's doing fine.
I could turn you to Star Wars, man.
I mean,
I
I
could
like
turn
the
you
dude. I like the first three, but just
Jedi stuff, dude.
like the original three. Like I'm into. Like they're not bad. I used to watch them when I was younger at my grandma's. Can't get into the Clone Wars.
Oh man.
Then the new ones aren't great, obviously.
Bro, I watched the cartoons. I watched the Bad Batch.
It's too much, man. Too much
I
for
watched
me.
them all, dude. I've seen them all.
But I will say that I think Spielberg. Wait, he did the one Star Wars. Yeah, he started the Star Wars, right? That was Spielberg. See, that's how much I don't care about Star Wars. But I think they're gonna use him to show us some tech soon in a movie that they're apparently filming, a documentary.
Spielberg.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, James Cameron, these guys are they're contracted with DOD, like literally.
Mhm.
They don't, so it's supposed to be a symbiotic relationship, but it's really just propaganda.
Yeah.
Approved propaganda, that's all.
But I mean, it would be a great way to make the public accept their alien overlords if you had a anti-gravity craft in a Spielberg documentary.
Yeah, I would steal it if I could.
Yeah. There's gonna be fun times coming up.
Let's get out of here, man.
Absolutely. We'll
Did
talk
we
soon,
crush?
brother.
Did we bore everyone? Did we bore everyone or crush?
We crushed. We should probably end this live before it's 3 hours though.
All right. Is that a thing? Is 3 hours like a thing?
Oh yeah. If I saw 3 hours, I would
It's a metric. Oh, it's a psychological barrier.
Yeah.
Resistance. You go 3 hours. I have way more important things.
Yeah, like what? Yeah, for sure. But thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Appreciate everyone.
Appreciate you. We'll talk. Massive love, Chris. You're a legend, dude. There's legends in the chat. We could talk. We could talk several more hours, folks. But we just got to call it right now. So much love, right, Chris? I mean,
Yeah, we'll appreciate you guys.
So
We'll
many
talk soon.
branches.
We'll be back. We'll be back very soon.
Yes. Later, guys. See you. All right. Peace. Gratitude. Bye.
Just relax, take a breath, sit down and just listen. Everything that's living is all a part of your existence. Every time you look in the mirror, just know you gifted. Every single creature of nature, rely to God. I put faith in my desires, growing ace till I get higher. Though we spiritual and lyrical, manifest the miracle. This God in the flesh, soul depth in the physical. The souls told my grandfather once I make a change. World full of pain, it made me go insane. But I'm the one to blame, too stuck in my ways. I took a different plane and tapped into my brain. Look at my chakras, they blossom like the roots from down under. Released from that mother. Gaia, earth required, we are one with each other. At the center of reality, there's parts to another. Don't you know you divine, the universes collide. No separation from mind, the God in me is alive. Oneness we combine, the constellations align. I know you feel it inside, I know you feel it inside. Don't you know you divine, the universes collide. No separation from mind, the God in me is alive. Oneness we combine, the constellations align. I know you feel it inside, I know you feel it inside.
Wind blowing, close my eyes, then I take a breath. Cleanse the negative energy till there's nothing left. Yeah. Depression trying to take control. Anxiety creeping, I won't ever let it take my soul. Stay wise through the bad times, right? Or slip, sip wine while the sun rise. Stay conscious with a mad mind. Smoking haze, getting blazed. I was born under bad signs. Take a moment to appreciate what she was given. Relieve the stress, do your best, yeah, be conscious living. Having fun, taking shots, then we started kissing. She felt my heart burning up, couldn't stop the friction.
From mind, the God in me is alive. Oneness we combine, the constellations align. I know you feel it inside, I know you feel it inside. Don't you know you divine? from mine, the God in me is alive. Oneness we combine, the constellations align. I know you feel it inside, I know you feel it inside.